In this video, we'll look at a few AWS support related options that sit outside of the main AWS support plans. So if you ever wondered, okay, what else is there beside the support tiers? This will clear it up. Let's start with AWS IQ. This was a way to connect with AWS certified experts when you needed hands-on help, which meant you could think of it like bringing in a specialist to jump in and get something done with you. Now, an important update is AWS IQ is plans to be discontinued on May 28, 2026, and AWS has already stopped accepting new expert registrations as of May 2025. So what replaces AWS IQ? Going forward, this type of expert help is mainly covered by AWS Marketplace Professional Services and AWS Partner Network, or APN, which fill a very similar role. AWS Marketplace Professional Services lets you find and purchase consulting services such as migrations, architecture reviews, or implementation help directly through the AWS Marketplace, just like buying a software product. And AWS Partner Network, or APN, is a global network of AWS-approved consulting and technology providers that these providers are validated by AWS and specialize in areas like cloud migrations, security, data, and industry-specific solutions. So while AWS IQ is going away, the idea of getting expert hands-on AWS help is still very much part of the AWS ecosystem, just delivered through different programs. Now, let's look at AWS Managed Services, or AMS. AMS is AWS helping you run your AWS environment day to day, especially at larger scale. This includes things like monitoring, incident management, patching, backups, and setting up operational guardrails. The key point is that AMS is not an AWS support plan. It's more like getting an operational team and a set of processes that help keep your environment running smoothly. So if AMS is about ongoing operations, what about help for big one-time initiative like a major migration or modernization? And that's where the next option comes in. AWS Professional Services. This is AWS's consulting and delivery team, and it's typically brought in for larger structured projects, for example, migrations, modernizations, and major architecture work. So think of it this way. Instead of day-to-day operations like AMS, professional services is more, let's plan and execute this big effort. And with that covered, there's one more option that's less about experts or operations and more about helping new companies get started. And that's AWS Activate, often referred to as Activate for startups. This is geared toward startups and early stage companies, and it can provide AWS credits and resources to help you build and scale on AWS. So rather than paying for consulting or managed operations, this is more about enablement, support, in other words, helping you get off the ground with the right resources. So the key takeaways that you should remember from this video is AWS support plans focus on support cases and guidance, while these other options cover expert services, managed operations, project delivery, or startup enablement. In our previous videos, we already explained AWS support plans in detail. You can also give it a look if you haven't yet. And that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.